To write a decimal as a percent, our strategy is to take the decimal and multiply it by 100, and that will give us our percentage. So let's look at how we do that, and let's talk about why it works. Okay, so if I have the decimal 1 2/10, and I multiply it by 100, 1 2/10 as a percentage is 120%. 8 hundredths as a percentage, if we multiply it times 100, is 8%. So the strategy is pretty simple. Take the decimal, multiply it by 100, and that will give you a percentage. But I want to talk to you for just a second about why it works. We have to think about what these decimals are representing. So we're going to think about hundreds grids, okay? I do this one too small, sorry. Make it a little bigger. There we go. So you've seen these before. So basically what I did is I took this whole, this box, and I'm breaking it into 100 pieces. And you are not going to have to do this, but I want you to understand why the trick of multiplying by 100 works. Add one on there because I got kind of squished. Okay, so if I have 1 2/10, that means that I have this one whole box shaded, and then I have 2/10 of this box shaded. So that represents 1 2/10. So if I thought about it as a percentage, I have 100% of this box shaded. And this box, I have 2 out of the 10 shaded. That's 20%. Add them together, 100% plus 20% is 120%. So it works because that's what this represents. This represents one whole box and 2/10 of a box. And to talk about it as a percentage, we'd have 100% of a box and 20% of a box. But of course, we don't want you drawing pictures the entire time. We want you just multiplying the decimal times 100. So let me show you one more time with a picture why this works. Okay, and this will be the last one that I draw. Don't worry, you're not going to have to watch me draw. Tons of these, but I do want you to see. By the way, my trick for doing this, if I have to make 10, is I split the box in half, and then I do 4 lines below and 4 lines above, and that gives me 10 sections. 3, 4, it's a good trick to know. Now, for this one, I have 8 hundredths. That means just 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just 8 of those are shaded in. And so I have 8 out of 100 shaded, which is the same as 8%. And so that is how you change a decimal to a percent. You multiply by 100, and that's just a little explanation of why it works. So go ahead, pause the video, and change 36 hundredths and, I don't even know what this is, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10 thousandths, and 700 thousandths. Change both of those into percentages, and then restart the video to check your work. So 36 hundredths times 100 gives me 36%. You could also just, if this makes sense to you, instead of multiplying by 100, well, the way you can multiply by 100 without using a calculator is you can just move that decimal 2 places to the right. And so for this one, 7, what did I say it was? Tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10 thousandths, 100 thousandths, 700 thousandths. What I'm going to do is take that and multiply it by 100, and that gives me 7 thousandths. I would get the same result if I moved the decimal over two places. Either way works. So that's how you write decimals as percents.